the truth about organ trafficking in Cambodia. First, to fully understand this story, we need to talk about geography. Cambodia is a country in Southeast Asia, located along the Gulf of Thailand and bordered by Thailand, Vietnam, and Laos. The country has 2,572 kilometers of borderlines, 1,228 kilometers with Vietnam, 803 kilometers with Thailand, and 541 kilometers with Laos, along with a 443 kilometers coastline. Cambodia's maritime area spans 17,237 square kilometers, with 4 coastal provinces: Sihanoukville, Kampot, Koh Kong, and Kep. Cambodia has a total land area of 181,040 square kilometers, entirely within the tropical zone and using Indochina Time, ICT. The country's southernmost point lies just above 10 degrees north latitude. Cambodia's terrain is mostly rolling plains concentrated in the center, and its highest peak is Phnom Aural, which rises 5,938 feet above sea level. The Mekong River, the 12th longest river in the world, runs from north to south through the country. Cambodia has a monsoon climate, with wet and dry seasons of roughly equal duration. Temperature and humidity remain high year-round. Forests cover about 2/3 of the country's land, though deforestation has occurred in accessible areas where land is cleared for agriculture. Along the 1,270 km long border between Vietnam and Cambodia, smuggling remains a complex issue. Informal border crossings have become hotspots for trafficking contraband, such as cigarettes, sugar, electronics, and even drugs. Over time, rumors have emerged suggesting that smuggling isn't limited to goods. People are being trafficked as well, and even worse, organs are allegedly being sold. These stories have caused widespread panic and fear. But are they true, or are they simply baseless rumors? To answer this question, we need to dig deeper into the so-called underground networks in both countries. When people think of Cambodia, they often associate it with Angkor Wat, temples, and warm smiles. However, beneath this peaceful exterior, Cambodia has its own struggles. With a population of fewer than 20 million people, the majority of Cambodians are farmers living in rural areas. Life remains difficult, and the average income is only around $1,500 per year, much lower than in Vietnam. As a result, many Cambodians seek work in big cities or migrate abroad to countries like Thailand, South Korea, or even Vietnam. Meanwhile, a significant number of Vietnamese people also live in Cambodia, estimated to be several hundred thousand, mostly working as laborers, traders, construction workers, or small restaurant owners. They form communities in areas like Phnom Penh and Sihanoukville. However, not all of them live comfortably. Some are extremely poor, lack legal documents, and live in hiding, making them vulnerable to deception and exploitation. You may have read stories about Vietnamese workers in Phnom Penh who were lured there for jobs, only to be cheated out of their wages and too afraid to report it for fear of being deported. These real-life accounts create an environment where horror stories thrive. That's how the rumors started. Claims that specialized gangs in Cambodia kidnap Vietnamese people, harvest their organs, and sell them. Hearing such rumors naturally sparks fear. However, rumors need solid evidence to be credible, right? So let's investigate whether there is any proof, or if this is nothing more than baseless gossip. How does the organ trafficking market work? To talk about organ trafficking, we first need to understand how this industry operates. Based on the materials I've read and researched online, organ trafficking is an illegal global trade worth billions of US dollars each year. It is said that a kidney on the black market can be sold for anywhere between $1,000 and $10,000, depending on the country and its rarity. However, organ trafficking requires a well-organized system: doctors, operating rooms, high-quality medical equipment, and a transportation network to deliver organs overseas. In other words, it's not as simple as kidnapping someone, cutting them open, and selling their organs immediately. Now, let's examine Cambodia and Vietnam. Cambodia's healthcare system is still underdeveloped. Public hospitals lack essential resources, let alone the advanced surgical facilities required for organ transplants. Vietnam's healthcare system is better, but still not advanced enough to support an international organ trafficking ring. Furthermore, both countries have strict laws prohibiting organ trafficking. Anyone caught engaging in such activities would face severe legal consequences. In Vietnam, thousands of patients need kidney transplants every year, yet organ donation remains low. This scarcity has led to a black market where people voluntarily sell their kidneys. But this is vastly different from kidnapping people to harvest their organs. As for Cambodia, there are no confirmed reports from authorities or major media outlets about organized organ trafficking operations. If such a trade existed, there would be evidence, witnesses, whistleblowers, or at the very least, a discovered hospital involved in the practice. The 2022 incident that sparked organ trafficking rumors. One real case that fueled these rumors was the 2022 scandal in which hundreds of Vietnamese workers were scammed into working in Cambodia. They were promised easy, high-paying jobs, such as typing in an office and earning thousands of dollars a month. However, upon arrival, they had their passports confiscated, were detained, and forced to engage in online scams, such as tricking people into investing in cryptocurrencies or impersonating police officers. Some managed to escape and return to Vietnam, revealing horrifying details of their ordeal. They described being beaten, starved, and even threatened with final consequences if they refused to cooperate. From these cases, people began to speculate. If criminals could force victims into scam operations, who's to say they wouldn't also harvest their organs? This speculation spiraled into sensationalized horror stories, causing widespread panic. But in reality, labor trafficking and cyber fraud are vastly different from organ trafficking. The former has been proven, with victims stepping forward and authorities intervening. The latter remains unverified. No direct evidence, no official reports, and no confirmed cases. Final conclusion. After analyzing various factors, geography, society, economy, and medical infrastructure, we can conclude that, as of now, organ trafficking between Cambodia and Vietnam remains largely a rumor. There are no official reports, no concrete evidence from law enforcement agencies, and no confirmations from international organizations like Interpol or the World Health Organization. No substantial proof exists to suggest an organ trafficking network operates in this region. That being said, these rumors didn't arise out of nowhere. They stem from real issues such as human trafficking, labor scams, and economic disparities between the two countries. These factors create an environment where people are more likely to believe horrifying stories. Moreover, in today's digital age, social media amplifies rumors. A single post can be shared thousands of times, spreading fear like wildfire. To truly understand the issue, we must recognize how difficult organ trafficking is to execute. The crime thrives in impoverished regions with weak law enforcement and political instability. Globally, illegal organ trade has been reported in countries such as India, Nepal, Bangladesh, the Philippines, Egypt, and Kosovo. In these places, extreme poverty has led desperate individuals to sell their organs, often under deceptive conditions. China has also faced allegations of organ harvesting, but the government insists it has reformed its transplant system since 2015, relying solely on voluntary donations. Final thoughts. In Vietnam, no major organ trafficking networks have been uncovered. While our country shares long borders with Cambodia, Laos, and China, regions often associated with human trafficking, most reports remain unverified rumors rather than proven cases. Vietnam has banned organ trade since 2006. Regardless, people should remain cautious when traveling abroad for work, always verifying job offers and staying vigilant. If you or someone you know is in trouble in Cambodia, contact the Vietnamese embassy immediately. They are always ready to help. As for online rumors, stay calm and think critically before believing sensationalized stories. What do you think about organ trafficking? Thank you for following this story. If you found it interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you next time.